Good morning, my friends. Just wanted to make a morning video here. I haven't made a morning video in quite a while. I thought it would be maybe a good time to step out in the garage here and make one. So I'm making a video. The subject I wanted to talk about is just doing what you want and being able to enjoy your life to the fullest. And I guess what inspired me to really come out and make this video was, I've been watching some of these, this YouTube show, a little channel called Combi Life. It's about this couple that travels in their Volkswagen bus, and they do a pretty good job editing and putting together videos, and it's, but what fascinates me is the ability for people to do what they want to do and hit the road and travel. My wife and I have been talking about this for a long time, and in fact for the last few years she's been looking for a school bus on and off on Craigslist and elsewhere and at the auctions. We keep an eye out to see how much they cost. I had a Volkswagen bus when I was 18. Actually, I think I got it when I was 18. It's my first car, and I had $1,500 to spend. And I looked around and I said, I want a bus. So I'm working at this pizza place, Round Table Pizza, and I'm making pizzas by the window, and all of a sudden this orange Volkswagen bus pulls up into the parking spot to come in to eat. And I was like, dude, it was sweet. I mean, it was a 78 orange bus, all beautiful, shiny, had the pull-out bed, fully tinted windows. I walked out and looked, and for sale, $1,500, the exact amount I had. I just knew it was meant to be. I bought that bus, and three friends, actually four of us had buses. My friend and I both had orange buses. My other friend had a blue bus, and my other buddy I think had was it a green bus? I can't recall, but I remember we all kind of road trip down to the Grateful Dead shows, like in '94 at Autzen Stadium, or maybe it was '93, and we wanted to park facing each other so we could like hook our doors together and put the blanket over the top and whatnot. Hold on, I think my dog wants in that house. Yep. Dog is a complete nuisance. He's getting old. He just wants in and out, in and out, in and out. So, but I love him. He's my dog. So anyway, watching this show, it kind of got me inspired to want to travel, and it got me thinking about, like, how do we do the things that we want to do, In my age, I'm 42 now. I've been doing the, homeowner family thing for so long that it just becomes routine. But there's a point where you just want to, like, leave it all behind, or at least I do. I mean, for some people, stability is what life's all about, They've worked for their home and their life, and they just want to be left alone and live a simple life. And for me, I just like, time is so short. I just want to enjoy it while I'm here, but what is enjoyment? So what do I want to do? I want to travel. I want to get out there and travel. I thought it would be fascinating for me to be able to go out there and, because this is something that I'm going to probably do, my wife and I, in the next few years, as our kids are getting older now, at 5 and 8 for the young ones, once maybe they're like 6 and 9 or 7 and 10, they'll be old enough to be able to actually enjoy something like that. Our original plan was to buy a school bus, a medium-sized school bus or a short bus, and gut it and totally redo the inside. And it's a lot of work, but it's something that we want to do. So I guess I'm putting it out there into the world, instead of just talking about it with my wife and just making a video to verbalize it to myself. Hopefully if I watch this video in a year or two that I've been able to achieve my dreams, I've been looking, and unfortunately Volkswagen buses my dream would be to like have something like either a really nice VW camper bus or a what everybody wants, which is a Synchro, which is one of the later camper Volkswagens. They're four-wheel drive Volkswagens, basically. You can't even find one for under 10 grand. It's ridiculous, and that's one that needs a ton of work. I've seen them going for up to $100,000, and that's the problem with Volkswagens. They're all like that, because they've become trendy over time. I mean, when I bought mine, it was a 78, but I bought it in like '96, so it wasn't even 20 years old now. I mean, now it's 20 years later, so it's twice as old now as it was. Of course it's going to cost more. I mean, cars fall apart. And when you're younger, you don't realize what something's worth or treat it the way you should, probably. But, yeah. What are your thoughts, people out there? You know, have you ever thought about traveling? Have you ever thought about just leaving home behind and making the road your home? It's a hard thing to give up everything. It takes a lot of money to do. In order to do it, I would have to give up my business. My wife would have to quit her job. And, you know, you lose that stability, and then you're into the unknown. I've thought, well, I could still do my herb business on the road, technically, if I had Wi-Fi, you know, and I could still mail from post offices and whatnot. It just seems like a big complicated thing. I'd rather do something like, you know, selling crafts or art or whatnot. I guess my dream would probably be to have my family loaded up in a bus, traveling around and selling art and creations. But everybody knows that that's not a big money maker, and that's not what it's about. It's about getting by and having enough to survive. So I don't know. I just putting that out there in the world, I guess. And it's crazy. Some of these channels that do this, they actually get viewer support, and I wouldn't want to say, hey, pay my Patreon so I can go travel and show you my travels, but people do that, and it seems to work for them. I guess if I could do that and actually, you know, do something like that and be justified in taking the time to edit videos and share, you know, my travels with everyone, I think that'd be a pretty cool thing to do. Maybe in a few years my YouTube channel will be me traveling down the road, you know, with the fam. I think that'd be kind of fun. But that's it. Just some thoughts on buses and travel, and how we have always worked to have our white picket fences and to have our own home. You know, those of you out there who don't own your own home, who maybe rent or live in an apartment, you know, sometimes the only thing you want to do is just have your own place. But even when you own your own home, you're still paying it off, and you're still thinking, now I'm trapped at this house, you know. We've lived at our house and been paying it off for 15 years now, almost. And that's a long damn time. And at 42, you know, time fades. I mean, I'll be 50, I'll be 60, and next thing I know, I'll be saying, why didn't I hit the road? So, you know, it's about embracing what we have now and keeping that gusto, that motivation, that inspiration to do the things that we want to do, and to keep pushing ourselves to do those things, because we'll never accomplish it if we don't. And see, hopes and dreams and good intentions, positive thinking, all those are great, but they don't help us get where we want to go. I should say they help us get, but they don't take us where we want to go. That takes utter motivation. That takes me saving and scraping so I can buy a bus and then do what I want to do, which I wouldn't feel you know, guilty doing. The car, I didn't drive a car for years after my van broke down. We just shared a car, my wife and I, and I bought a Volkswagen. I bought a little Honda car from a friend of mine for $1,000. That's like the most I'll spend on a car, you know, because to me it's about saving as much money as possible. And because no matter how much you save, you still don't have shit. It's just how it is. You're unless you're somebody who deals in, you know, big money or, you know, real estate or whatever, you know. Just working a job and trying to save enough money while you're still paying your bills is very difficult. So I guess my word here would be to inspire all of you that if you have a dream to do something like that, don't let anything hold you back from doing it, you know. But don't ever feel like you're too old to do it either, because there's always time, you know. So anyway, that's it. I guess I'll talk to y'all later. Have a wonderful day, and peace.